Only time I have to myself when no one needs me. Everyone else is asleep. Finally get my solitude for the day. Revenge bedtime procrastination. It's a thing. Yes. Every morning I tell myself I need to go to bed earlier. And then every night after midnight I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna stay up a little bit more cause I'm enjoying being up and not tired, and then it's 3 a.m. and I'm fucked. And the cycle continues. Desperately trying to break this cycle. Yeah, now it's 1:59 a.m. alright. Damn it op. You didn't need to call me out like that. I feel personally attacked. Literally experiencing that right this red hot second. Same dude. Revenge bedtime procrastination. Now you have a name for it. I love this term. Yes, I'm sabotaging myself, but damn it, I spent all fucking day trying to live up to my responsibilities and obligations, and now it's time for some me time. This has pretty much been my pattern my entire adult life. I'm on like day 5 right now. Amateur. I'm on like year 5. I essentially never want to stay up late, but end up having to anyway. This is really true for me in most feels good now but consequences later situation. Like eating bad food. I always get mad at myself and say I won't do it. Then almost always later the same day I forget all of that and binge. It's really hard to develop a mindset that favors future goals over immediate satisfaction. That's word for word how addiction works lol. Regret using a ton of drugs, alcohol. Then later that night find myself drinking, using again. Though I suppose what separates a normal individual from an addict is the ability to stop on your own provided you've had enough of the consequences. I think this cycle has the name, revenge procrastination. Basically you're avenging the hours you don't get to yourself during the day by avoiding bedtime. Even though it's shooting yourself in the foot. Don't care. My foot is numb. Here we are. I wouldn't need to stay up late if I had longer than 3 hours at home before bedtime. Working for a basic living is the worst Ponzi scheme. I have a love-hate relationship with sleep. I love how it feels, despite the obvious health benefits, but I hate how much time it takes up of my day, especially when I sleep the full 8 hours. Maybe the problem isn't sleep, it's having to work another 8 hours a day. It's the delusion that tomorrow doesn't come until you fall asleep, so people try to put it off for as long as possible. This is perpetuated by the fact that you must sleep anyway because drowsiness hits hard. Unless you really stretch it so that you have 25 hours a day, which can and will happen if you don't watch yourself. Source: I am in pain. That's not a shower thought but a fact of life, for me anyway. Easily one of the most relatable posts I've seen on this subreddit. 2:21 a.m. And on that note I'll be going to sleep. Fine. No more scrolling tonight, you're right. Edit. I lied. Dang, up. Why did you have to fit my picture so well? Take a freaking award. Welcome to being an alcoholic. Every single day prior to sobriety I woke up and thought, shit. I have got to stop this. Moments before I yacked my brains out. Fast forward to 2:30 p.m. and I am leaving work and trying to decide if it was a warm Irish whiskey or an ice-cold gin and tonic kind of night. Rinse and repeat. For 20 years. It was a slow and tedious kind of hell. Sobriety was the greatest gift I ever received. First off, I want to say congratulations on your sobriety. Life is absolutely better without alcohol. It blows my mind looking back at what I would do to myself. Day in and day out waking up feeling miserable and telling myself, this is it, I have to stop. Fast forward to driving home from work and next thing I know I'm back at the bar having a beer wondering how it happened. How can my will be so weak? Was a question that often crossed my mind. Sober for 3 months now and I have no desire to ever return to that lifestyle. Story of my life. It just feels so good to be up late though. And here I am upvoting this at 3 a.m. It's called revenge bedtime procrastination, and something that is currently being studied. Essentially, it's an anxiety response where you dread work the next day, not having enough personal time so much that you have a lot of difficulty keeping to a healthy sleeping schedule. This theory also goes with midnight snacking. I recently bought a hypnotherapy package to help me quit smoking. However, I can't get past a certain point in the audio without falling asleep. I was lying in bed last night thinking, there's no way I'm going to fall asleep, I'm so awake, boom. Sleepy time. So I've accidentally discovered some sleepy time knockout magic. 10 out of 10 would recommend for when you know you need to get your ass to bed, sleep. Still smoking though crying. If you're able to see a doctor, ask them about Chantix. That stuff stopped my 10+ year habit without me even trying. I eat because I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy because I eat. Fat bastard. I've read that many psychologists believe that night owls, or people who stay up late, do so because it gives them a sense of control that they don't have during the day. When you can do whatever you want and nobody else is asking for your time, that is an empowering feeling. And as a night owl myself, I completely agree. Why you gotta say it like that? Currently me at 3 a.m. after going to bed the night before at 7 a.m. and sleeping until 4 p.m. Okay, fine, I'll go to sleep.